Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about taking notes and writing on Kindle Scribe and if it feels like as if you're writing on a paper. I am a big paper loving writer, which means that I write on paper a lot and I quite love the experience of writing on paper and pen. And for me, it was extremely important when getting the Kindle Scribe, make sure that it is as close to the writing experience on pen and paper as possible. So this thing it's amazing for me because it is really close to writing on a pen and paper. It feels pretty much exactly the same to me. And let's talk about in general what you can do on this thing. So this is what we have. So this is the pen, which really feels really nice and I love the color of it. And this is the eraser. So eraser is made out of a rubber looking material that actually feels if it's a eraser. Also we have tips here which we can change because it comes with extra tips. What we have in here is we have 5 tips and we have this little ring that you can use in order to extract the used tip. And as far as I know, it lasts pretty much a quite good amount of time before you run out of the tip. Also, we have a button here that I'm going to talk about what it does. So this is the part of the interface of the software itself. We have notebook, we have library, home, and what I'm going to show you right now is we are going to use the notebook part as of right now. So if we go to the notebook, this is empty, I don't have anything yet. So we click on the plus sign, we can create a notebook, we can create a folder. For example, if I want to create a folder and folder number 1, okay, create. Now we have a folder in which we can store all of our notes and all of that. So we click on folder 1 and there's basically nothing inside of the folder. So if we click on the plus button, we can create a note. And look at this. One of my favorite thing about the Scribe is how many templates, guys. We have endless amounts of templates, as you guys can see. Medium ruler, more with margins wide. We have monthly planner, we have habit tracker, storyboard, music, weekly planner. For example, let's go with weekly planner. We can create a note and we have a weekly planner, so we can have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So we can write here Monday, Tuesday, and so on. Also we can write the date, for example September 5th. And we can also change, we can have fountain pen, marker, pencil, and we can change the density of it. So if we want a little bit of like this, or we want a really thick density, we can also have it. And look how really nice it looks, guys. So we can also have a highlighter which we can use to highlight. And this thing, what this thing does actually, you can use this thing as a highlighter tool. So when you click on it, it highlights, but when you can just write, you can write on it, and when we click on it, it just highlights the thing. Really comfortable. We also have a loop which we can select specific things and we can increase or decrease the size of it. We can also copy and paste it. We can create a second one. And we can also move it around and we can change the size of it, which is crazy. We can also select this tool, which means that if we click on the screen, everything is going to disappear. Also, we have this little thing where we can actually paste it. So it's a paste tool. Also, we can go back and we can go forward and move to the right side if you're a lefty, and we can also hide this thing in case we don't want to use it. So what I will use this thing for, so for planning, for studying, for pretty much taking notes, for journaling, anything that you can wish of. And what I also love about this thing is that there's basically no space in between when you're writing, and as you guys can see, and there's no delay whatsoever, so you can just really go fast and you're not going to see no delay in whatsoever. Also, this thing changes. So if you're lefty, you can just hold this left and it's going to change alongside with your hand. And if you're righty, just like this. Also, let's go about one of the things that I also love about this notebook. So here's what we have. I just jotted down just some random sentences. My name's Jordan. I like to watch movies. I have a lot of energy throughout the day, etc., etc. Just some random stuff that I want to demonstrate how the AI part of this thing works actually. So if you write down something, you can use eraser just to erase it. That's how simple it actually is, which is crazy. So first of all, what I want to demonstrate is the fact that you can share this current page or share the entire notebook through email. You can send it to your friends, you can send it to your phone, you can do pretty much anything you want with it. You can save it. Also, you can go to settings, go to page, delete the current page. Also, we have this thing which is we can summarize the whole entire thing, or we can refine the writing. If I click on refine writing, we can refine the current page or the entire notebook if you want to. It's gonna use this AI feature, which is going to refine the whole thing. As you guys can see, it takes some time, and not as much, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It just waits, and look, it just turned it into a written note. I have a lot of energy throughout the day. I enjoy the weather. I read a lot of books. My favorite color is green, and look how nice it looks. You can also customize. You can change the font of it. You can have sunroom, note writing, Florio, whichever you enjoy the most. You can also change the size of it. So you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Also space lining, medium, wide, narrow. Let's leave it the narrow, and it looks quite nice. I really like it. If you don't like it, just press the X and cancel generation. You can also use AI feature to summarize the writing, summarize this page, start, and it's gonna take some time to summarize it. So for example, if you have a lot of things written, a concise summary of notes. The notes describes an individual named Jordan. Jordan enjoys watching movies, reading books, and appreciates the weather. Jordan has a lot of energy throughout the day. Jordan's favorite color is green. Guys, this is such a game changer for those who are studying, for those who are writing a lot of lectures and notes. First of all, why? Because you can summarize pretty much anything that you write. For example, if you write a lot of notes from your professor, or if you're studying something, and if you just need to summarize the whole thing, or if you want to turn your written notes into professional looking notes that are like typed style notes, you can just use this thing, and it's incredible. I cannot even emphasize, I cannot describe how much I love this feature, and this is just amazing, guys. I really love this feature, and you can add so much use to it. For students, it's amazing. For people that work, for people just in general, if you're writing a self notebook or whatever it is, this feature is amazing, and it can be helpful, it can be useful for pretty much anyone. So now we moved to the pages part, where we can use this pen in order to highlight the pages, in order to create sticky notes, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. Actually, you can choose whichever pen you want. First of all, let's talk about the highlighter tool. You can highlight the tool by just clicking on highlighter, and you can pretty much highlight any sentence that you would like. Also, you can click on this thing and use it as a highlighter as well, so you don't have to actually go back and forth between the pens and tools. You can also write on things. So for example, there's some sentence that you need to remember. For example, you can write on top of it, very important, for example. And when you click on it, so after you're done writing, you click on it, and it creates a little sticky note in which you can also write, and you can create your own sticky notes here. You can click on any place on the page, and you can create a separate note. As you guys can see, if you don't want to write on the page, you can create a separate page, and you can write in here whatever it is. Also, you can move to bottom, move to up, and you can also write text in here if you don't want to write on the page. But if you want to, you can just create a lining between the sentences, and you can also write, you can also annotate. For example, this is nice, and you can literally take notes on top of the pages, whatever you're reading. Extremely useful. For example, I'm studying as well, and for me this is going to be a game-changing experience, since I can review PDFs, documents, whatever it is that I'm studying, and I can also take notes on top of the fact that I'm studying as well. You can cancel it also if you don't want to. I can highlight the things, as you guys can see. Whoops. use the wrong one. I can highlight whichever sentences that I want, whichever sentences that I find important. I can also write notes on top of the sentences, on top of whatever it is. I can take notes. I can take separate notes if I don't want to really have notes in between the lines. I can take just create a sticky note here and just use it as a separate note, and I can also come back to refer to them later on. I can extract them to my phone or whatever it is. I could use the AI feature to, for example, take notes on specific things. I have a lot of notes, I have a lot of pages, and I want to turn a specific page. For example, if I'm sending to someone, if I wanted to be looking a bit more professional, or if I want to concise the whole writing and I want to summarize the writing, I can also do that. And it's just incredible. Those features are really, really helpful, and I cannot emphasize how much I love those those features. I think they're great. Also, what I love about this pen thing is you don't need to charge this thing. Like, this thing works without the charger. I don't know how they made it so this button works exactly without the charger, but it's amazing. It can stick to your device, and it's not going to go anywhere. You can have it with you, and it just looks really nice because it just sticks to your Kindle, and they match with each other. I think these features are absolutely game changers, because these features are really mind-blowing to me, and I'm going to take the advantage of them for 100% for sure. These features are really useful to me, and I cannot imagine how much I can get done with these features. In my personal opinion, they are a game changer, and this is just all I wanted to show you guys. You can also make it in notebooks. You can take your notes. I use notebooks. I'm going to use them just to, for example, I like to journal a lot. I will use it to journal. I will use it for studying, for my work, for in general reviewing documents. When I'm reading, I also love to take notes on top of it. Before, I used to use regular books and I will write on them, but now I will use this thing in order to write on this just inside of the book itself. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to search for a pen, none of that. It's right here, and it's incredible. I can take as many notes as I want. I can highlight things, and I think this is a game changer device and game-changing updates. The AI and all of these sticky notes features are incredibly useful.